Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Impactful Gems. Hope everyone is doing well. So, I'm on this celebration mode, and this is gonna keep up for a little bit. Yeah, we're celebrating. It's so easy to complain. Like it can get out of control. Like really, it can get really out of control with the complainer. It can. It can get really out of control. So I just decided today, well, this just came in my spirit, that I'm going to do a celebration video for different categories of people. So today we're doing celebration of teachers and social workers. Well, I've been both. So we're celebrating teachers, all types of teachers, substitute teachers, full-time teachers, and social workers. And we just need to take the time to celebrate people, because did you all know that so many people feel so underappreciated for the work that they pour in, that they pour into other people? They don't get, and some people, they don't want it's not about the accolades. It's not even about that. It's just when you work in these fields, and I worked in both. When you work in these fields, it's different. That it's really very different than physical labor. It's a whole different situation. It's it's emotionally draining. I mean, you feel like somebody put a needle in your arm and took all your blood out sometimes. That's how emotionally draining it is to be a teacher or a social worker. Because guess what? You're dealing with problems every day. You're dealing with kids in one setting. We ain't talking about one-on-one. It's for teachers. We're talking about, you may have a class of, it depends on where you live and where you're teaching at. You may have a class of 30 kids. So imagine this. Imagine this, y'all. I need y'all to roll with me a little bit. Imagine having 30, this is on the high end, having 30 different personalities, right? Coming from 30 different backgrounds, right? You may have, not you may have, you're going to have, not may, you're going to have, um, you're going to have people with no parents. When I say no parents, I mean they may be in foster care or they were adopted, or you got, there's so many categories being a teacher. You have, um, you have single parents that are the mothers or fathers of these kids. You have, um, you may even have some homeless kids in there. I've heard of that too. Where they, of course, they have, caretakers, but, um, and you have all these issues. Oh, don't even, domestic violence. Who knows what's going on at home? So I'm gonna start with the teachers first. So imagine, for those of you all who are not teachers, imagine trying to get things situated in the classroom with 30 different personalities, 30 different situations. It may be not 30, but you know what I mean. Some people are married. Some people are going through, some people are going through divorce proceedings where it's custody battles, and they do co-parenting. It's a lot. It's a lot. So imagine that. Imagine trying to run that classroom. Now I was when you go in as a substitute teacher, you got to go in like a you got to go in militant like you do. You can't be no timid. I mean, you can be, but I'm not a timid teacher. You're not going to run my classroom. You're a child. I'm sorry. What's going on at home? Okay. I will help you through it as much as I can. But in this classroom, we have to have order. You always gonna have the class clowns and things like that. And sometimes, I understand. And that's why me being both a teacher and a social worker, I have a different perspective than a lot of teachers. Because if you haven't been both, you don't probably have the compassion that I have for the kids. But I can't have compassion and you run my classroom. You're not doing that. You're a child. So I'm so sorry that you talk to your mother disrespectful, but you're not going to talk to me disrespectful. No, we can get you counseling. I could give you a timeout. I'll sit at the door. So it's a lot to handle. So that's the first thing. I want to celebrate teachers up in here. God bless y'all. We are the bomb. Yes, we are. We're the bomb. Um, and we don't get paid much. So ain't nobody going to teaching to get paid. Because we okay. In the United States. I don't know what they do in other countries because I live in the US. But celebrating the teachers, especially, oh my gosh, I only do elementary school kids. I don't do middle school or high school, too much hormones. I can't do it. But definitely shout out to the middle school teachers and the high school teachers. Everybody has their niche. Mine is elementary. So shout out to the teachers. Woo, the social workers. I've worked pretty much in probably most various capacities of social work. I haven't done hospice and I haven't done developmental delays or disabilities, but I've worked in adoptions. I've worked in foster care. That's my sweet spot right there. And yeah, we're gonna have a whole series on dealing with foster children and foster. I got some adult people that came out of the system, so that's gonna be a whole situation. But being a social worker is very difficult. Um, I would not discourage anybody from becoming a social worker. Just know you ain't gonna get paid that much. Just know that, please. Don't think you're going into that field and you're gonna get paid because you're not. I mean, even if you get your master's and do private practice, yes, you'll get paid. But everything is relative anyway. Some people, they're okay. I told y'all before, I'm a giraffe. So my my thought process is different. And so I want what am I trying to say? I want a higher prosperity in life. So thank you. So let's just celebrate the teachers and the social workers. We're doing that today. We're celebrating you all. And I did want to share something. Um, I learned years ago from um one of my business partners. And he talked about how once your mind is expanded, it can never go back to its original place. So for some of you all, if you've never been, I'm telling y'all right now, if you've never been like to a celebration, I'm not talking about, I mean, yeah, graduations for sure, but I'm talking about where you've been in a room of, let's just say 10,000 people, where people are being celebrated. Oh, it's going to be a while. Oh, it's going to be a while. It may take 3 to 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours, depending on what company you're in. Um, but once you receive it, and I know it's really bad for like people that have, like anxiety issues or, oh God, could y'all hurry up? I get it. But when you hear people's stories, when they speak from the when they speak from the stage and they talk about what they've been through, it won't be boring. It ain't gonna be boring, and it's just celebrating people is so important. So I think that's all I have for today. I did have a gem that I wanted to give, that's connected to teachers and social workers because I mentioned money. We don't get paid that much. Um, and I found this quote on Facebook. I had never heard it. I love quotes. So that's why I think I have Impactful Gems as the title of my channel because I always want to give you a gem, which is pretty much going to be a quote. But so I found this quote on Facebook. It came up in my feed today, and I had never heard it. I was like, okay. It didn't say who said it, so hopefully it's not copyrighted. I don't think it is. I don't know. But anyway, it says, if money and material things make you believe you are better than others, you are the poorest. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That blows me away. If money and material things make you believe you are better than others, you are the poorest. And I love that. So, shout out to my teachers and social workers of the world. God bless y'all. Keep doing y'all work. Keep giving. You know, every time you go into that classroom or you deal with that client, keep your head up and know that you're making a difference. All right, y'all. Keep it up. Shout out to teachers and social workers of the world. God bless.